Talk about the proposed NDA reforms because I'm not seeing enough people talking about this, including the press. Straight from the government website, victims freed from silence under NDA reform, victims and direct witnesses of crime who sign an NDA will no longer be gagged from speaking out under new plans. Change will ensure victims can talk about criminal conduct to anyone for any purpose without fear of breaching an NDA. And they expand on this by saying direct witnesses of crime, whether inside or outside the workplace, can share their experiences with anyone for any purpose, including family, friends, employers, and journalists, without fear of legal repercussions. That is huge. It isn't clear how this is going to work in reality yet, but they do stress it's not going to override existing legislation, including the Official Secrets Act. The new reforms are an add-on to the ones proposed in July that specifically focused on sex pests and harassment. Obviously, it's great that they wanted to target sex pests, but I am so happy this is being expanded to cover any crime. The thing about the current NDA situation is that I truly didn't realize how abnormal it was until I spoke to my mum and she told me she had never signed an NDA in her life, because she'd never had access to any trade secrets that companies thought were worth protecting with an NDA. And that was amazing to me because in my mind, NDAs aren't about protecting trade secrets. Obviously, that's what they were there for originally, but it's more about how companies can control the narrative completely. She couldn't believe the amount of NDAs I had signed and the amount that were lifelong. Are those enforceable? Probably not. Am I in the position to do anything about that? No. Terms are usually so broad, something along the lines of you can never say anything bad about the company in any capacity except if you have to legally. The fact that I just accepted that as the norm because I'd never known anything different, assuming this applies retroactively when it's past the amount of headlines we're suddenly gonna get when people are no longer bound by their NDAs, it's gonna be massive.